This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with McGUIGAN Gym Up. We're at GROVES DiLUISA here at the Copper Box. With me I've got trainer Shane McGUIGAN. George Groves' 5th round stoppage win over DiLUISA. First of all, how do you assess his performance?
I thought it was alright. I thought, it wasn't the best performance. It wasn't the best performance I was looking for. I thought he did a great performance for what was put in front of him. I thought DiLUISA would have come at him a little bit more and had a go. The fact is that he was just taking that jab non-stop, and you could just see it was in his eyes. He kind of just knocked the fight out of him. But I think he was loading up a little bit too much. I think just a nervous energy about getting back into that ring again after a loss. Change of scenery, change of team, some new voice in the corner. But I thought, on the whole, I was pretty pleased with it.
Obviously, I asked George, and it's difficult without actually watching the fight back, whether you could sort of notice any changes as the fight was going on. But you watching it from the corner, could you, and comparing it to George's previous fights, can you see some of your work already creeping in?
I think so, but to be honest, I don't watch his old fights. We put on the Paul Smith fight today and looked at that, and I thought that was a textbook fight for him. He was jabbing the head, jabbing the body, but Smith was walking him down. DiLUISA wasn't walking him down. He occasionally backed him up, but everything at the time he was pulling back, and he wasn't offering you much. So, I think from what I'm seeing in the gym, he's put on maybe 50% of what I've seen in the gym. But it's just, as I've always said, doing it under the lights and doing it in the big crowd. I was happy with how he felt, and he said to me afterwards, I feel like I was relaxed. I thought the first few rounds he was loading up, but after that he settled himself down. And I wish DiLUISA had come at him a little bit more, but
A lot of names were mentioned as potential opponents for George after DiLUISA, but now he has sort of got rid of DiLUISA. Martin Murray was here tonight. Spoke to George about him. It's a fight that he'd welcome, and you'd welcome as well as a trainer.
Yeah, 100%. We have to sit down and find the right route. Unfortunately, Martin Murray doesn't hold a world title, but he's a world-class fighter, and I think that would be definitely a domestic dust-up that the fans would like to see. Our ultimate goal that when we sat down was to win the world title, a version of a world title. We need the quickest route to get us there, because I believe, given the right circumstances, he can become world champion. So if that's going to be a final eliminator or something like that, then yes, we'll take it. But if it's got no vision of becoming after that fighting for a world title, then possibly not.
We kind of knew what sort of level this fight was going to be for George. Under no illusions. It was kind of not expected, but George was expected to beat DiLUISA tonight. Are we expected that George will have a similar kind of fight to this for his next fight, or do you want to jump into a big fight for your next one?
No, I want him, to. We're not going to give away the route that we want to go, but I want him to have one more fight, maybe a final eliminator, and then jump back in there. You've got Callum Smith there, who's fighting for a final eliminator at the WBC. We would happily take that. The fact is that because this was at a catchweight, they turfed us out of the government body and just sidestepped us and got what's his name?
Mohammadi,
and he's just jumped in, although he's a light heavyweight coming down. So, I want him just to get in the mix and get that world title.
Okay. Sorry, just finally, obviously David's already announced a date for May the 21st. No opponent as such.
Possibly.
Okay.
That you guys know about.
That we know about. But we know he's got a media day on Tuesday. Is anything going to be announced next week as in regards to an opponent?
Maybe. Am I going to spill the beans? No.
I'm not listening. I know you're not going to tell us who it is, but give us an idea.
It could be a name.
Could be a name?
Yeah, it could be a name. That people might know.
Really? Just rule out domestic.
Yeah.
Can you rule out domestic, yeah?
Yeah, you can rule out domestic, because you would have known about that,
right,
wouldn't you?
okay. Yeah, because we talked to all of them, that's right.
So,
alright, well listen, we'll wait and see like everyone else. But, alright, see Cole's here, I'm going to try and grab a word with him as well.
Yeah, definitely, he's on good spirits. I think hope he was saying good things about George, because if not, I'll give him a clip around here later. But no, everyone's pretty impressed with him, and I'm glad to see him happy and back.
Alright, listen, congratulations to you as well. Like I said, Your training career is flourishing at the moment, and long may it continue.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Cheers, mate.